Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
No, she's not
Maybe
married.
to just
She
start
got the
there
big
and then
dog.
grow from there.
Gary,
I mean, I think that's what you have to have that vision. Obviously, they have that, and maybe says, yeah, I mean, and then you just add some small services a day a week or something.
Yeah,
I think that's definitely cultural.
yeah, I think so too.
Oh,
But
man.
it'll be at least a couple of years.
Gary, well, Gary's retired. Yeah, that's for 20 years.
I don't know when data analyzes where they push it, but I know they
Well, yeah.
tell them everywhere.
Yeah, they do.
And if you're driving, if you're here, you're driving to dialysis, that's miserable.
It is, like, it is, and there are independent
Been more
freestanding
people doing like
dialysis
this
centers
now.
around
Mhm.
so, okay.
Got the paper guy.
I live in 40.
Very good.
They're
Okay,
just
we'll go ahead and get
gonna-
started. Thank you for coming tonight. We will start with prayer and pledge of allegiance. Pastor Steve from Lifeline Connector.
Let's pray. So again, I just, I thank you for your love and your grace, and Lord, as we come into the holidays, and Lord, I pray that we understand everything that you've given us and that we do have a thankful heart. Lord, I pray for safety for our leaders. I pray for safety for the village of Hicksville, and continue to give us wisdom and guidance as we move forward. In Jesus' name, amen.
Pledge
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Steve. Roll call.
Here. Here. Here.
Here.
All right, thank you. Tonight we have Bridget Fisher with the Defiance County Health Department. She has no relation to this Mr. Fisher over here.
You're lucky.
So,
You're like.
but she's got an update about county health things going on.
I have a few handouts. I'm not sure if I have them for everyone, but I'll go ahead and get those started passed around. So yes, I'm with the health department. However, today I'm actually here representing a coalition called Power Defiance County. So this stands for Promoting Overall Wellness and Empowering Residents. This is a coalition made up of government. We have healthcare, nonprofits, all kinds, social service. And the goal of this coalition is to assess the health of Defiance County, of the residents, and then come up with an action plan of things that we could do to make improvements on the residents' health. So I want to share with you the most recent data. In 2024, there were 3 different surveys that went out to residents. We had a survey that went out to adults 18 years and older. We surveyed in all 5 school districts. And this happened, we were allowed to do this on school time. And then we surveyed children and, well, I should say, we surveyed parents and guardians that had children ages 0 through 11. So we were able to get a sample from all different populations. Well, I will start with the adults survey. We saw an increase in adults that had a routine checkup within the past year. I should say that the last time we surveyed was in 2018, so we chose not to survey during COVID. This is a requirement to the Ohio Revised Code that we do survey the health of the county. We chose not to do that at that time. So it's been a while since we surveyed. We saw a decrease in smoking among adults, a decrease in alcohol consumption. We did see an increase in marijuana use. Now, again, we saw the legalization within that time period as well. So that went 4% in 2018 to 8% in 2024. We saw a decrease in preventative care, so a decrease in like cancer screenings, certain vaccines among adults. And we also saw a huge decrease in dental visits. So half of residents were saying they have been to the dentist within the past year. Another area of need, and we saw this upon all of the 3 surveys, was a need for mental health. So more adults reported poor days of mental health. So there's a question asked, during the past month, how many days would you say your mental health was not good? So the average was 9 days a month. we did see an increase in suicidal thoughts. That went from 2% in 2018 to 12% in 2024. For the youth, we saw very similar trends to what we saw in the adults. So youth smoking decreased, alcohol use decreased. E-cigarettes, that actually remained the same. So it was 9% when we surveyed in 2018, and it was still 9% in 2024. So we thought that was interesting, that number did not change. Mental health needs for the youth, we saw about 32% of youth felt sad or hopeless for 2 or more weeks in a row. And 17% considered attempting suicide, with 8% reporting that they have attempted suicide. One of the top causes of stress that they reported was self-image, academics, and sports as the top 3. And then for the child survey, which again, this was completed on behalf of the parent or guardian, 98% of children 0 to 5 had a medical visit within the past year, so that's great. That's really good. 1 in 3 are getting a recommended amount of physical activity, so really active kiddos. And we also saw very similar trends with the dental visits. Those decreased. So in 2018, 85% of children were getting dental visit, and that went down to 70%. So that's just kind of a high level overview. Power does have a website that there were over 281 data points on this survey. So if there's something you're interested in, whether strategic planning, anything kind of moving forward, this data is for residents. It's for anyone to utilize for strategic plan or to help with kind of knowing what's going on in the community. To tell you a little more about what Power will be doing with that data, we identified 6 different priorities, which is on that postcard, and we will be working with our partners to do different interventions. So just real briefly, another need was identified with senior falls. That continues to increase with the aging population. So we're working with our partners to continue to provide fall prevention programs to the community free of charge, expanding programs for parents and guardians related to that mental health support. So we have, received a grant and is providing parents and coaches, anyone that works with youth to help give them the tools to help kids build that resiliency. So that's one program we're working on building. And then bringing health screenings to where people are. We want to partner with someone this is in the works, to provide mobile clinics throughout the county and provide that preventative care. So what that may look like in the future is partnering with some place that we could park this mobile unit, and it would be maybe a 2-hour slot, and then any residents we would have promoted obviously beforehand could go in and use this clinic free of charge, and it would be funded through donations in the county. So that's what I really wanted to share today and kind of get Power out there. And I can leave some of those flyers if the residents are interested, or new members as well for that. Any questions for me? Yeah.
So where did you guys do your polls at? I mean, how do you select your individuals for the polls? I never heard anything about this.
Yeah, so it was randomly selected. So we worked with actually Defiance College, and then they contracted through one of those larger companies that have addresses. So they randomly selected those addresses. Then the survey was sent out in the mail for the adult and child survey. They had a couple rounds of that, and then we did open it up to a convenient sample. So anyone on social media that saw the survey, there were filters that the data only showed Defiance County residents. So then we opened it up to anyone to complete. So that's how we kind of did that selection. We didn't, I should say, receive our sample size for our adult population and child. So there's a little bit of some error in the data. However, when we surveyed, it was in a large election year. So we were competing with other things coming in the mail. And we think our envelope and some of our materials just got tossed because people just were inundated with information.
Do you know how many residents there are in Defiance County?
That completed the survey?
No,
or
so
total?
2,400 residents participated in it. I'm just trying to figure out selection size. I mean, is that?
10%? Is 2,400 about 10%?
Of that, let's say, I was gonna say somewhere, 39,000 for the full
Around
population?
40,000.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little under 40,000. So yeah,
7%.
Any any other questions?
Is this something you're gonna keep track on? I mean, it's been a number of years since you did the last one, right, to this time. Is it something you're gonna stay doing surveys every 3 years, 10 years?
We will continue as long as if there's funding and partnership to do it every 3 years. And of the hospitals, like I said, this is definitely in collaboration, with other partners to complete this. So yes, we'll continue to meet. I don't wanna speak prematurely, but I'm assuming that yes, in 3 years, we'll continue to then look at those trends over time.
Anybody else have any questions for Chris?
Are you guys doing this year flu shots and stuff for uninsured individuals?
Yes. Are those extras like?
Yeah.
So if you have questions about certain programs at the health department, you can actually call the Defiance Health Department and get updates and maybe where the clinics are held and the time, locations and stuff like that, so. Thank you for your time, Bridget, we appreciate that and all you do for the county.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is the November council minutes, November 3rd.
Make a motion to approve as written.
Second. Roll call.
Egley?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Bassett?
Yes.
Haley?
Yep.
Okay, you have a bills list in your packets.
Make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Roll call.
Miller?
No.
Martin?
Yes.
Egley? Yes. Bassett?
Yes.
Egley? Haley?
Did you mix us up?
Oop.
Okay, just making sure.
All right.
Hey, I didn't miss something on that one. I did see. So that, Alta survey, I thought we didn't ask for that to be done, I thought they asked for it to be done.
Well, yeah, they did, because it had to be done,
Why did it have to be done? Who required it?
I believe the court system did.
But who's responsible for paying for it, it's on, that's the forgot.
Yeah, it was in our agreement, it was in the agreement, that we pay for that if we was to, forego purchasing the property.
I thought the last meeting we had, we said that it was their responsibility to pay for that.
I know Rob had asked who had asked for it, and I said they did, they had asked for it, we didn't ask for it.
If they asked for it, you think they would have to pay it?
Good thing, but that's not how the agreement was.
Can I change my motion? I make a motion until we find that out, that we pay all the bills with that one.
Second. Roll call.
Already did it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we passed it first time, you didn't.
Eric
You didn't
rescinded
vote.
his motion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll,
Oh, the whole motion?
the whole motion,
Okay.
I'd like to see that in the contract, stating that who's responsible for paying for it. Charlie did.
I did.
Thanks, Ken.
Ready? Haley?
Yes.
Egley? Yes. Bassett?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
okay. Boards, commissions, anybody met? Please so, no council committee reports. You got Corey's administrators reporting your packet, any questions with regards to that?
That TAP funding, is that separate from what we heard, or is that part of it?
It was one of the two grants. The safety grant was the one that included the parking. So we kind of forego that one.
Okay,
So it doesn't change anything with the parking street at all. This is just lighting and sidewalks.
if I remember correctly, this was the 90-10 one, right?
This would be an 80-20 80/20.
80/20.
80/20. But we'll apply for some OPWC funding to cover the 20%. And it's only the traffic control devices at High and Main that would not replace the one at the Shell Station or Maple Street intersection. That would be out of pocket if we change those over.
If we change those, can we keep them?
We can keep them, we just can't get funding to replace them.
Okay, that's when they would then have the restrictions that would apply.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like this funding will cover High and Main,
Mm-hmm.
but it wouldn't cover down by the McDonald's.
Okay.
So were you ready for the snow? Did you have any plows on or anything?
We came in like at 8:30-ish that morning. We were gonna put one on, but
You
usually
had
when they
me.
call for the snow, it doesn't happen.
I was impressed with your guys' ability to get the roads clean, cause I know that that's usually, you usually give yourself a couple weeks off.
It's supposed to be leaf season, not snow season.
Yeah.
Any other question for Corey? Moving along, solicitors reports.
Second reading of ordinance 2025-16 by caption only to amend pay ranges for employees for 2026.
Actually, it's just a first or second reading.
So go to the next one. Second reading of ordinance 2025-17 by caption only annual appropriations for 2026.
Have these changed a little bit since,
Yeah, Mark and I talked today.
Mark, are you guys okay with those numbers? Did you get a chance to review them?
he's gonna go a little bit more
I got
Wednesday
it.
when Jen comes back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, cause the number was in his packet was totally different than what she's got. So, I gotta go. Jen's got she's gone.
I will say this number is still higher than the number that you had originally given to us in your packet.
Yeah, now it's 962.
It's lower, but there's money they're gonna try to spend this year, that's
Yeah.
still left over from this year's budget to get that number down.
This
That
is
number's, it's gonna lower yet,
Yeah,
that number's gonna be lower yet, it's not even, it's not
That's-
accurate.
yeah, that number that's in this one is wrong. I talked to her today.
The one that that is in our packet here tonight, that's wrong?
392, or what was it, 892?
962,
Mine's
It was really high.
it's lower than that one, that's not accurate.
That's the ones you just sent me.
Right,
On
this is
Friday.
what
That's what
came
she said
out, so
Friday.
975 is not an accurate number?
975, 228, 67.
That is accurate?
I'm sorry?
That is accurate?
It's
Okay, well,
accurate
some were
until-
saying it wasn't, that's why I was.
It's
I thought you said that- I thought you said it
always
was-
accurate until the last reading because it depends
Well,
on
yeah.
how much money we end up with.
I thought you told me this morning it was 962, it's just 5,000 short of what we asked for.
Well then, you're right, you're absolutely right.
But that's not what's in the
Because-
ordinance.
Correct.
Right.
The second
We'll
reading.
change that for the second reading, we got a third reading.
One more reading.
His was 5,000 short from his because, we're going to get that thing for the K-9 card
Mm-hmm.
this year.
This year?
First reading of ordinance 2025-19 by caption only to amend appropriations and declaring an emergency.
I'll move to suspend the rules.
I'll second that.
Roll call.
Bailey?
Yes.
Egley?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Bassett?
Yes.
Second and final reading of ordinance 2025-19 by caption only to amend appropriations and declaring an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Miller?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Bassett?
Yes.
Egley?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
And that's it for, well, department heads, chief.
When I talked to you this morning, I don't know, who did we decide I needed to talk to?
Oh, I thought we'd reach out to Maria personnel about, if you wanna bring it up and, send them, an email about the opportunity with young man wanted to be on the police department, and I don't know if we've ever done it before that way,
Yeah.
but I would, put it in writing and,
Send it to personnel.
yeah.
Alright.
Any questions for Chief? Good, thank you. And no Bruce, no Derek? Up to fiscal officer report.
Okay, other than the current fund status report and cash summary by fund, I have the mayor's court report for October. There's a new liquor lease application, I think I gave you a copy of it, it's for the business of these resellers. And they're having to get a new license in the middle of next year, it's like in June, that they've applied for. So we can, ask questions or just let it go through.
Cheryl, what's C2?
It's wine and
I
mixed
figured it out.
beverages. I had to Google it. But it didn't appear, C1 is beer, so do they have to get both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
one, this particular C2 is gonna run up in June, so it's just a renewal?
No, this is a new
This is
one.
a new one, they don't have that currently.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't have one, and when it expires, they're done.
So they wanna sell
That kid-
wine
that
along.
kid, yeah.
okay.
Carry on.
Wise choice.
This is the dry and drink.
In case one of the other four places didn't have it, what do
No
you-
objection, I put in the official results of the levy, very disappointing for me, although we didn't need it, thank goodness,
Wait, hold on, we don't need it?
no.
Yeah,
So I was gonna ask you later, but.
Yeah, so far, so good, it's still there. I
But
put-
They were not
Hold
gonna,
on, hold
they
on,
were not
hold on.
gonna collect it though, if,
Correct.
okay, just wanna make sure people
So
know that.
the millage that the state wanted to take away, governor said no.
Yeah, he redlined it.
It's going to stay that way? You
So
sure?
far.
so far.
Now I don't know for
There's no
sure,
guarantees, I mean, they said they were planning on,
but so far,
I don't think they were planning on overriding.
but anyway.
How long does it take to override a veto?
It's a government.
Never
it takes
mind, it's the
forever.
government, never mind.
The thing I got today said they did override.
Oh,
Hold up.
Hang on.
Not that one.
Okay.
On the taxes?
on the inside knowledge.
They did part of
Inside
it, but not
knowledge.
that part. I put in there the invitation I did from the Chamber of Commerce, if you want to RSVP, as we're a member, for the after hours at the Huber once a year. Make sure you RSVP by Monday the 1st. And I put in the costs. It's now public record. And I also have a general standard, which the auditor is now putting out. If you guys want that, I can email it to you, or you can read the copy in my office. And that's all I have.
Are there any questions for Cheryl?
What's going on with replacing Kim?
We are just, right now, we are organizing, I should say. I only have one application, and otherwise we can also use, the collection agency that
Rita.
Rita, yeah, regional. So we're doing citing right now. We would want to have a combination of still having a tax office here. But they would do all the heavy lifting. It would kind of be like Medi-Cal, because that's really working out well for EMS. So, we have two possibilities.
We're in Sherwood too, right? We covered cost effective.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you've done the cost analysis.
We haven't, because usually Rita just takes over, does everything, but we wouldn't want them to do that. So, they would have to come here, meet with us, and put a package together for us. So, as soon as we're ready to do that, which will be hopefully by the end of the month. And we can present it.
You were gonna kinda get quotes, kinda what program you'd want them to cover, and then see what the cost would be outweighing the.
Maybe percentage, just like Medi-Cal.
Very good. Any questions for Cheryl? Good? Okay. I just wanna congratulate Tony and, Mike Valenda's here tonight, and, Brian Zedike. They were currently on the last election. They're filling in 3 council seats. We have 1 still remaining. We're asking, we're still accepting letters of interest for any village resident who would be interested in filling the open seat starting in 2026. If you wanna submit a letter of, interest, you could drop it off at Cheryl's office or mine. I probably put a deadline on that, December 12th. From what I remember is, you don't do this very often, but it's a 4-year term. But we can't pick anybody until January, starting the new year, so we thought we'd, see who was interested in doing that, and then, kind of get the applicants, and then council can, have them come maybe that December 15th meeting, right, that Monday, and see who's all interested in that. But we encourage people to, run or be a part of it, so if you're interested, please submit a letter. I want to congratulate Travis Scranton. He's a local resident, been on our fire department for a number of years. He actually graduated from the Ohio State Police Academy, this last weekend. He's worked hard to get to that, new job role, and, has been a part of that for a number of years, but, I believe he's gonna be at the Defiant Post, so, I wanted to thank him for, moving forward with, police work. It's tough out there, isn't it, Chief? Finding police officers, so, but, best wishes, and, thank you for serving to both Travis and our department. I wanna thank the fire and EMS departments for all the volunteers and sponsors who helped with, Feather Party, this year. Also a big thank you to the volunteers that are doing the Christmas, for Kids drive. They collect a lot of toys, money, with their efforts, and the sponsors for this project help spread joy, the giving, to many families in our area. And God bless and thank you to all who, work on those different activities. The money they raise, it always goes back to the department, but the Christmas for Kids goes to the families in need, so, thank you for that. I know some of you, I've gotten a couple phone calls, and people stop me on the street, but we all got a survey in the mail, water survey, quality survey. The water department sent that out. You're
I got it, no, I got it, I was hoping to tell me what it is.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
Usually it's from the EPA. They ask for surveys. We asked everybody to fill out to the best of their ability. I know it's kind of confusing sometimes. We never do this very often with this type of survey, but, Corey can probably expand a little bit more of what the program consists of with the EPA, mandate.
Yes, cause we don't do a water class for the community every year. They want us to hold a water education day. We have an option to do that, or we send out these papers of EPA ones. It's just your backflow prevention, any cross connections that you think you may have in your home.
I have no idea what that is. Cross connection in my home.
How many people residential have a backflow set up in their house?
I do. I know I do. I don't know. We've got some letters back that are filled out where they have one, like a washing machine. You might have on washing machines or showers. Like your air gaps for your drains for your dishwashers, washing machines, stuff like that. So, whole house backflow preventer. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And I put one in.
More commercial than it is residential.
Yeah, but it's something that we'll have to send out every year from here on out. We don't wanna pay any fines to the EPA for not doing it. And I put one in probably 6 or 7 years ago when there was a main breakdown on Spencerville Street. It had created such a vacuum that it completely crushed my resin tank for my, sucked in the resin tank of my water softener, so kinda learned the hard way there, and put one of those, it's like a check valve for the most part, is all it is, so. That's what that paper is. It's nothing to get freaked out about. Just fill it out to the best of your ability. If you don't know what it is, at least just fill out the top portion with your name and your address and turn it back in. That way we can show them that we did send them out.
With newer home construction, is something the plumbers are putting into the system prior to, just because of these issues they have with it, or? I don't know.
I don't think it's really an issue. I think it's just
Just in case.
residential only, if you're,
We send them, they want residential.
okay, but I thought that's what the one paper
Yeah.
said, but then we had a couple sent to businesses in town here too, so.
I think they just pulled the general mailing list and sent them out, anybody who pays a water bill. And there's about 1,500 or so that went out, approximately 1,500.
And it's something you're gonna see every year then, pretty much?
Yes. Unless we do a water education day. And, it could be 8 hour, 10 hours, just whatever it would take. I think we are better off to send out the form.
Thank you, Corey. Answer your question?
Yes.
To a degree? That's really all I had. I wanted to wish everybody a happy and blessed Thanksgiving and enjoy next week's holiday. Is it next week already? No, yeah, already. I'm flying by. Here's about up, so. That's all I have for council. Anybody else have anything? I've asked for an executive session now for item number 2, purchase and sell property.
I'll make a motion for that.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Miller,
No.
Martin,
Yes.
Bassett,
Yes.
Egley,
Yes.
Bailey.
No. Guess the no's don't have it.
Is there anything we can't talk about in public?
I'd rather not, probably, just with the situation at hand. I mean,
76% of the village obviously doesn't trust us, so we might as well go behind closed doors.
but they've asked for it. That's why they wanted to come in and present a opportunity, and
I get it.
I said they could, so. Put it a path. Barely. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your time and stopping in.
Yeah.
Holiday.
Helping somebody.